Hey, y'all, hey! Welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. Hope you're doing well. My name is Amy from A to Z Designs. And if you don't see a red box right there, that just means you're catching the replay. And all you have to do is comment hashtag replay so that we can welcome you in. I've got some fabric here. We're going to use this, I think, tonight. We're going to create some fall decor, y'all. Fall, y'all. So, how is everybody? Are you excited? Look at my new shirt. Be yourself and don't apologize. Be yourself and don't apologize. Just saying, right? Stay in your lane, be yourself, and don't apologize. It's the name of the game, y'all. All right, let me scoot you back so that you guys can see what we're doing tonight. I've got, well, I'm going to make it cute. Zach has for y'all a sitting scarecrow. I almost said snowman. We did this snowman back last holiday time. I don't remember exactly what month it was, but we're going to just paint this little dude up, and I think that you guys are going to be super pleased with it. So I've got some things here. Okay, let me show you. It's going to come with two body pieces. You only need to paint one of them because one of them is going to go for the back for the stability of the guy standing. Okay. So let me make sure I get your word of the day, your pinned comment, whatever you want to call it, down below. It is Scarecrow. So make sure that you hit the heart button. You sprinkle the video, y'all. Please, please, please come back here and comment Scarecrow. All right, let me see what colors I'm going to use. So I got my little boards out here. I think I'm going to put our double-sided tape on it. Where is the tape? There it is. So let's do that. Today is Thursday, August 10th, in case you are catching this on the replay. Thursday, August 10th. And I am 8 days away from sharing some very exciting news with y'all. 8 days. 8 days. My life is going to change. All right, so we've got this right here. So this is his body, okay? So we're going to take this, and we don't really need to worry about this section right here because this is going to go on top, okay? So we're going to need to worry about painting this. I don't know. We're just going to do some things. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're going to put his feet, his little shoes right here. Right here. These are the heels of his little boots. Those are going to be the same color. So let me just put those. It's kind of hard to see that double-sided tape, y'all. And look, these are his hands. Now, some people may think these look a little wackadoodle, but trust the process. Follow along, and I'll show you what we're doing. Okay? This is going to be part of a flower, so I'm going to lay a little bit more tape down. Hi! The boys' first day was really good, y'all. So they ride the bus home, and the bus was late, which is to be expected the first day. But Zach and I, at one point, were kind of like, where are our sons? Where are they? Okay, so it does come with two little button-like cutouts. You have like a blackbird, black crow, I guess. And then we've got this piece here. But I guess, okay, so all of this will fit on one of my little cardboard sheets. Okay, now for this guy, we're going to start by painting the top in bark. It is, Deb, it's a sitting scarecrow. Remember, girlfriend, the sitting snowman from last year? This one is just a single guy. We had the snowman last year. They're still on the Etsy site, but they were a set of 3 in all different sizes. And so we opted to just do Just single today. Single this year. This year. All right, so we're going to paint the top of the hat and a bark. Now, I realize I should not have sprayed that much water. What is new? Because I want it to be a little bit darker than what you see here. And I have a ton of paste chilling out on the edges of his hat, okay? So, yeah, so the boys got home a little later than expected, and then they had to eat a snack and rush to baseball in what felt like 111 degree temperature, which, you know, I'm not really happy about, but it is what it is. All right, so I'm going to paint just a little bit further down on the hat area. Okay. Just like so, because the brim of his hat is going to hang down right over his eyeballs. Okay. All right. Hi, friends. Scarecrow is the key word. Check it out. Okay, we don't need to paint this. We need to do this. Now this, I'm just going to slap some Dune on him. I have some acrylic paint that I should use, but I don't know where. It's over there, but I've been busy today, y'all. So, like I said, I think, and if somebody can test it for me, there is, I think there's like not a pinned comment. There's like a pinned link down below. Not a link. It's like a pop-up, I think. Is there something that talks about getting live notifications? Do y'all see that? You may have exited out of it whenever I showed up live or whenever you popped on. Does anybody see that? Okay, so see what I'm doing here. If you can tell me, I would so appreciate it. All right, where's my dryer? Let's do this. Hi, Marilee. Deborah, I'm in Texas. Hot. Muy caliente. Is that hot? Hi, Michelle Pryor. Yes, no, you cannot have too many scarecrows, girlfriend. Oh, there's Zach. Hi, Zach. Zach just got home and he's very hot. Mindy, the boys' first day of school was great. Jackson came home and said that two of his teachers would not let him write in his, what did he call it, note journal? So he bought this note journal so that he can take notes about his lessons. Two of them wouldn't let him. So there's that. Oh, it does. Okay, so Deb says it also says it when you type in Scarecrow, there's a button that says get live notices. So make sure that you guys comment that, do all the things, because like I said, I figured we'd have some story time in about 8-ish days. There's a lot of things changing. Really good things. But I can't tell you yet. Not yet. All right, so as we start to dry this bark is the brown. So let me show you what it's doing. You see how it's getting really light along the edges? It's because we had a lot of water. So I had it really thinned out on the sides. So I'm just going to run my bark over it again. And see if that helps. Okay, so that's what we have. So don't worry about this centerpiece right here that you see like the natural MDF spot. Don't worry about that. Okay, that's just, that's going to be covered up. All right. Hi. Hi, friends. It's 81 here in Nebraska. Yay. I don't know, Jeannie. Well, you know, we had to buy them, like, all these notebooks. So I'm sure it's because they want him to use, like, the subject notebook. You know, they have 5 different teachers. So like they have a notebook for each class. So I'm sure they just want him to take notes in the book, in the notebook that he has for that class. I don't know. It's day 1, right? It's like, okay, Mama Bear will be calm right now, but we'll see. I'm sure it's fine. There's probably a reason for it, so he doesn't have too many things going in multiple places. He won't handle that well. Love him to death, but... All right, so let's do this. Let's finish our little... this is like the brim of the hat, okay? This piece right here. All right. Hey, Daylene. All right, so next we're going to do black shoes. All right, so I've got this one. We're going to grab a smaller brush, okay? And we're just going to paint the entire Scarecrow shoe in black velvet paste. And I did include the colors in the supply list. We are going to use a transfer, y'all, and I haven't used this one just yet. So I think you'll, hopefully we can, I deliver and make it really cute. Okay. Y'all hear Kira? She's barking at somebody. Hi, Diane Feistel. How are you? All right. All of this, so all of his shoe, both pieces. Okay, so remember it comes with like the sole of his shoe and the little heel. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to put this together. I probably should grab the glue gun. Forgot about that. Okay. There's that. Okay, so now we have the little black crow. The little crow here. I guess you could make him whatever color you want. Go for it. Now, he does have a beak. And I want the beak to be a different color, so I'm going to be careful when I go and paint around his little nose, beak, eyes, that, okay? Then the center of our flower is going to be black, okay? Button, this, that, and that. Got it? All right, I'm going to go ahead and do his hands in the dune color. Now, again, like I said, some of you may think these are wackadoodle looking hands, but trust me, okay? Just trust the process. Because they do look a little scary, I'll be honest. But it's going to be okay, all right? All right, paint those, get those dry. Now we have the beak, the buttons, and then the flower left. Okay, so I think I'm done with this. We've got that. In the water you go. Hi, Jen Adams. How are you, girlfriend? All right, there's that. We're done with the black. We're done with the bark. So you know how I am. What do? We clean as we go, right? So I'm going to put that to the side. And thinking about using saffron for this sunflower looking thing. What do y'all think? All right. Paintbrush. Come out, come out. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Wherever you are. Did y'all have a good day today? Tomorrow's Friday. I am living life. It was very productive in the house today, y'all, I have to say, with the boys at school, which is, you know, not a bad thing. Get a better routine going. They get a better routine going. All right, I'm I'm going to do the nose. I don't know what I'm going to do the nose yet. Okay, this nose for our little crow is going to be saffron as well. Oh my gosh, that bird. Like, I need to have Zach blow that bird up all by itself. So cute. Okay, next what I'm going to do, you weeded the flowers? Was it hot? Holy cow. Hi, Judy. All right, so for the button, I'm just going to use some Distress Oxide. I don't want to paint it 100%. I'll show you. I'm just adding a little bit of flavor to it, just like so. Okay, so I'm going to use this here in a second. See what we got going on? All right. Now, this, I don't know. I don't know. Extremely hot. Yes. Sit outside and talk to the neighbor. Well, look at you. Okay, so for the nose, I'm trying to figure it out. Cherry, maybe? Let's see what cherry does. I'm going to grab a sponge for this. Hi, Catherine. We're going to do a little cherry, and then we'll probably just stress the nose. Okay, so just go with me for a second. And we're going to start by figuring out, well, we've kind of already started, but, okay, so if I have this piece and I have this piece, this is going to have our transfer design on it. Hold on. I think I'm going to go papaya on this. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Jeannie, this desk is from Home Depot. It is the Husky brand. And I, my friend, absolutely love it. All right, so I'm going to go in and paint papaya for the main body of the Scarecrow. Okay. So I'm going to get majority of it covered, and then I'll go back and worry about my brush strokes. All right, and then I'm going to come over here and do this side and hold it down. Hi, Kathy. You're using your iPad. Gotta love your iPad. All right, so I'm using the end of the detail tool to hold this in place for right now. All right, that's good enough for me. Let's put these away. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna dry this. What do we put on a board that we painted before we put our transfer? Somebody tell me. Hi, Carol. Welcome. Good job, Kathy. You did a lot of walking today. I'm proud of you, girl. You go, girl. So proud of you. Yay. Yeah, it's very hot here. Wax, that's right, y'all. Wax the surface. All right, we're done with our tape. And I have to think, okay, what am I going to use for the color on top? Hi, Lori. And y'all, if you purchased from the live sale last night for the transfers and you paid up through like this morning, those have all been already packaged and they're being picked up tomorrow. So thank y'all so much. All right, I want to make sure this is dry before we can move on to the next step. Okay, so next we're going to wax it. We're going to take our wax. This is surface wax. Uh-oh, I forgot this. The wax applicator is being washed. Oh, look, I just happen to have another one. Zach took it to the wash for me, y'all, but I forgot to get it out. No, I haven't tried brown wax, Daleen. I really like this clear, no odor wax. All right, so I flipped over my wax applicator just to buff it in, okay? And we're going to put this to the side. Thanks, Zach. Thanks for the stars, Zach. Let's grab our glue gun. Let's turn it on. And we're going to bust out this transfer. Now, I've only used a section of this, okay? This is called the 4 texture patterns, and we're going to use this guy right here. I figured, how fitting is he for our Scarecrow? Yay, Cheryl. Michelle, when did you comment? I don't recall seeing your comments. What happened? See, what happened was, I don't remember seeing them. Okay. I cut this in 4s, right? Right down the lines. Okay, before I started using it. And I tore off this one that we're going to use, okay? So, Deb, I was going to use Dune. You think I should use Bark or Bumblebee? You have, Marilee? I haven't used this one yet. I think it's going to be cute on this Scarecrow. So, let's see. So, this is called... you did comment. That is interesting. I'm going to put Zach on a mission to find him. This is called fuzzing. So we are applying lint to the back of the transfer. So these are sticky, reusable, adhesive, same thing as sticky. But they are not a one and done. So they're not plastic, okay? But in order to make sure that our adhesive transfer, that's what these are called, doesn't stick too well on the surface, we need to fuzz it a little bit, okay? All right, let's see here. So we're going to do this and put this down. Now, I'm going to kind of, I mean, there really isn't an up and down. It's all kind of everywhere. Doesn't really matter. Okay. 42 elves for my great nieces and nephews. That's awesome, Kathy. Oh, Zach's recovering in the pool. Okay, Michelle, I'll go on that mission. You know, it's crazy because I thought about you last night. I'm like, she must have all these transfers. Okay, ready, go. So now I'm going to take a mini squeegee. So this is a mini squeegee. You're going to need these if you have chalk paste to apply over the silk screen transfers that I offer, okay? Here's the deal. Look at the circle, okay? What you're going to do, and see how there's an angle, like a slope going down? You're going to put your thumb right in the circle, flip it over, okay? Then you're going to take this and you're going to dip it in your paste jar, just like so. Grab some paste, not too much. You can always get more, and you're just going to drag the paste over the screen, lifting up the excess as you go and laying it down on another section of where you're trying to get that paste to go through your screen. Okay? Now, like I said, you can always go back into your jar and get more if you need to. Not a big deal. But whatever you have excess here or left over, once you've covered your entire thing, you're going to slide it back into your jar. Because it's, I mean, you can reuse your paste, right? So let's do this. Let me put some water in there. And now what we're going to do is lift this off. Like so. And I'm going to slide it over there just to make sure that it's dry. And we are going to grab our cleaning mat. They're clean, y'all. Zach washed them for me. And I'm going to grab what we call a board eraser. So these come in a pack of 2. Thanks, Marilee. Y'all are helping me reach my goal. Thank you so much. I got a lot of big goals, y'all. A lot of goals. All right, so we took the board eraser and cleaned off the non-sticky side. Now we have flipped this over. So now we're pointing sticky side up. All right. And we're going to take our board eraser and we're going to drag that over the back. I mean, I call it the back because it's the sticky side, right? And we are going to remove all of that paste. Okay? Got it? So do me a favor, put your thumb on the heart and hit the heart button multiple times. Helps us out a ton. Clean as you go, Daylene. That's right. Yay. Bambi needs some bark. Bambi needs bark paste. Bark, I would say is, I mean, it definitely is one I don't use all the time, but it is nice to have for those one-off projects, right? Okay, so I'm going to take this and lay this right down here on the sheet that it came on. This is called our backer sheet. All right, thanks, Denise. Okay, and we're going to just dry that off, set it aside, and grab all of our pieces. Okay, so let me grab this orange piece. Oh, that's so cute. And we're going to dry this. Okay. We've got all of our other pieces over here. I'm going to start taking them off our little cardboard. Kind of hard one-handed. All right, and our glue gun battery's dead. Isn't that fabulous? What else is new, right? So good thing I have a battery in here, a rechargeable station. Put that in there, and then I always get in the habit of putting the one that's dead back in the, or put it in the rechargeable battery spot. Okay? Y'all know me. Gotta have things just right. All right, so this is dry. Okay. So that is gonna go there. Just like so. All right, so we're gonna peel off the rest of our pieces. There's our buttons. You get the buttons, y'all. Like Zach cuts the look-alike buttons. They're not actual buttons from my button stash. It's part of the kit, okay? Thanks, Jean! Yeah, you do use crazy glue because you're cray-cray. You really like that pattern? Okay, good, Zach. It does have a lot of potential. It sure does. It kind of reminds me of like a sweater. All right, I think we got everything off. Ready? Okay, so we're going to be doing a lot of sanding, I don't know, markers. So I saw that Zach like wrecked shop with my sander the other night, which means that the replacement, I don't know what the word I'm trying to say, y'all, is nowhere to be found. So, what happened when you have a man use your gator sander, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab, that's not what I wanted. We're gonna grab the feet, the shoes, and we're gonna sand around the edges to give it some character. And I really needed to use that tonight, y'all. I have another one somewhere. All right, so I'm gonna just go around the edges of his shoes. Okay, see the edges? Oh my gosh, it's so cute already. Debbie, if you comment, it's right there in front of the red tape folded over. Did y'all see it? If y'all comment the word Scarecrow, you're going to get a message from me. And in that message, you're going to click on Shop Products. I don't know, Zach. You're going to get a message from me. If you click on Shop Products, you're going to get another series of what they call like boxes or cards. And you're going to scroll to the bottom. You're going to click on Amazon Store. And in that Amazon Store is the Gator Sander with some of our favorite things. Okay, did y'all see that? Is Zach making things up? It's right there in front of the red tape folded over. Okay, so there's shoe number 2. We're going to do his heels. Or his, oh, on the table. Maybe I'm going crazy, y'all. It's quite possible. But this is, I mean, this is working fine too. It's fine. All right, here we go. So you don't have to do this step, y'all. You do you. I'm going to do me. Just sanding the edges just to take off some of that stuff. Okay. I am also going to do it to the brim of his hat. Make sure that I don't file my nails at the same time. Just like so. Okay, so I'm going to open up the junk drawer and you tell me if you see it. They're long strips. Boom shakalaka. I found them. Weren't by the red folded tape, Zach. Okay. I'm trying to hold this just right so that I don't accidentally snap this in half because I have been known to have Hulk smash powers. You know, I live with 3 boys. All right, there's that. Yes. And we got to do it to his hat. So up here. It does add character. Same with this. I'm trying to be real careful how I hold it so that I don't break it. Okay. See? Woohoo! All right, ready? We don't need to do anything with this. We probably need to do the little bird. So I'm going to use the Gator Sander for this. But this is just Velcro on the back, y'all. And it comes with these little replacement strips. And you just stick it like so. And I'm just going to do this to my little bird here. And I'm actually going to do it on top of him as well to add a little bit of character as I'm filing my nails. It's always great. Okay. Where do you get the background for the county fair? This, and this is on Etsy. It's part of the club cutout for this month. You can get it there, Bambi. Just type in county fair in the listings and it will pop up, my friend. All right, so let's do our little, sorry y'all, there is a lot of sanding to this, but I really want to make this project how I envisioned. So just chill out, relax, and have fun, right? Okay. And then we got to do the Scarecrow's nose, maybe. I haven't decided on that one yet. All right, let me get all of this saffron dust off of my desk. We are going to grab the body and glue it on. I think I'm going to do this first, okay? It just makes sense, but I could be wrong. So body first. I'll let you know if I'm wrong as we go through the process, okay? Then we're going to glue. Before I do that, I'm going to add a few little lines here and there to his brim and to his hat. You might be able to see him, maybe not. Okay, so see, this is what I did to the brim. And then his hat, okay? So let's do the shoes next. And y'all can do this however you want. But y'all, these are only 16 bucks on Amazon, Etsy. Oh my goodness, these are gonna be so cute. Okay, what else? Let's just keep going while we're at it. I love adding little things to the little pieces of wood. Look, isn't that cute? Now the bird does have a scored eyeball. Oh, look at him. All right, so we're gonna do a couple things on these. All right, and then I think we're done. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're gonna take our shoes. We're gonna glue these on first. Okay, so let me show you how they go. So see, it's like his heel. Okay, the heel of the boot. All right, does that make sense? It's so darn cute. All right, so let's do this one. Like so. Okay, so now we have two. The markers are Posca pens. You can find those on our Amazon store as well. Let's glue the center of the flower. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, so let's go in. Now we need to figure this out. Check it out, check it out. All right, let me move all the things because it's in my way. I've got raffia, right? So I'm going to try and find some that has some straight edges, which is not a lot of my raffia. But we're going to start with this, okay? As a matter of fact, before we do that, because this may cover it up, I'm going to grab the Posca pen that's in black and draw his little bitty eyes. Then I'm going to take some, y'all, the ideas just keep going and going and going. I need to find my black Distress Oxide. Did Zach take that too? And we're going to put that, wow. Y'all see it? Okay, I don't see it. There it is, right there. All right, so we're gonna take this one and grab one of our finger daubers right here, and I'm gonna put some of this on the edge of the nose. I'll show you here in a second. Okay. All over. Okay. Then we're going to glue this on very carefully. I want to get all of this on first before I do anything else. We'll do the raffia here in just a second. Okay, and then we're going to take, I'm just going to go in with this marker. The mouth of your Scarecrow is scored. I'll show you. Okay, that's what we have right now. Okay, now we're going to take our raffia, okay? And we're going to actually place this under the brim of his hat. So how am I going to do this? Okay, I'm going to fold it over, grab some scissors. Cut it in half. And then we can always trim it. All right, so we're going to put this underneath the hat. Okay? But not covering his eyes. So we're going to need some more now that I see it. So I'm going to peel this apart and cut this in half. Lay it down. Same for this, okay? Y'all excited to see this? Y'all go get you one. Chaos in a bag. That's right, Susan. I do, Deb. So trust me when I say exciting news is coming in 8 days. That is one of my checklists or one of my to-do lists. Okay, I think that's gonna work. I kind of want it to go out. All right, just like that, and then we're gonna trim it. Okay, ready? So I only need to glue right there. Okay, because the brim is gonna hang off. Oh my gosh. If you need to move the raffia, do it fast before it actually like is settled. Oh my goodness, this is so stinking cute. I love it. All right, so we're gonna put the flower up here at the top. So I'm actually gonna cut off a little bit of this. Okay, so the flower's gonna go right there. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Zach. I love this. I love this project, Zach. It's very cute, Zach. Flower. Then we've got our little bird. Little birdie's gonna sit right there, but I don't want him to sit. Okay. Okay. So y'all hit the heart button, comment Scarecrow. Go get this from Etsy. You can just type in the word on the listings, sitting Scarecrow. Oh, but wait, we're not done with the raffia. Just wait, y'all. You just wait. The best is yet to come. Okay, so we've got our shoes. I'm going to do those last. All right, so we're going to grab our ribbon. We're going to cut a piece of this material. I know, Zach. Thank you. I'm very creative, aren't I? Aren't I? I am. All right, so now we're going to just, let's see, how do I want to do this? He's just so stinking cute. Okay, so I am going to glue this just a little bit so that it stays down right there. This side I think will stay, but just for grins, we'll do that. Fix his little hair. What do y'all think so far? We're not done yet. Oh my gosh. He's so cute. Y'all, make sure you like sprinkle this out to your friends. I think they'd love this. Okay, button. So let's do the buttons. I want to add, I'll do the white here in a second on the buttons. I do want to add a little bit of white. I love this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just put a little bit of character on our buttons. Okay, now we've got to find our bag of raffia again, because for the hands, like I told y'all to trust the process, right? Okay, here we go. Let's see, I want to make them the same length. So I'm gonna just fold these in half and pray for the best. And all of this is coming out of the bag. So we're gonna take half of this, I think. We may need more. And we're gonna just basically glue it on our hand. Okay? Just like so. Now, I am going to need my little finger things. Just in case. Well, not just in case. I know I'm going to need them. Okay, so I'm going to put a dab of glue there. And I'm just going to press the raffia and kind of gather it on the hand. Now, we're going to have to like cut some of that down, but it's fine. Everything's fine. It's going to be fine. Okay, I think we're going to need some more, so let me grab a couple more pieces. We may have to layer it. Come on. Get off. Okay, so let me just cut this excess off. All right. Then we're going to take some more. And I'm actually thinking, let me see what happens. Ooh, that may work. So see what I'm doing? I'm just gonna kind of improvise and make some additional length. Some more length to this. Full, make it full. Volume. Okay? And y'all don't have to do this. Trust me. Just do whatever you want. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so there's hand number 1. Okay, and we'll spread it out. All right, see the raffia? It looks like a stick. Okay, next. Who thinks I'm going to get that exactly the same way? Not I. Not I. Okay, I may go about it a different way, though, this time. So I'm going to gather just a little bit and cut this off. And we're going to put some glue on here. And we're going to place it down and maybe layer it. Little by little. Okay, so that fell off. I have these glue strings everywhere. All right, so let's add a little bit more in there. And then we'll just cut it. What do you say, baby? stay on. Okay, so there is number 2. Not that long. All right, spread it out. He needs a couple more pieces, and then we are almost finished, y'all. I hope you'll like this project. I hope you'll have fun making yours, because it is super fun. Spread it out. And there you have it. You've got hands. Scarecrow hands. Now, if you need a piece to like stick out so that it looks like a finger, just glue it to whichever direction you need it to go. Okay, so let's cut this down. Y'all. Okay, done, done, done. All right, so let's grab this. Now we're going to place his little hands. Oh, I think his hands are falling off. OMG. Oh my goodness. But just wait, we haven't put his shoes on yet. Ready? You want to see his hands? Do y'all love this? Where do you buy your cute t-shirts? Cindy, we actually have them on our website. Amy2, the number 2, ZachDesigns.com. I don't know if Zach's on here still, but he can probably pin the link for you. All right, so our shoes are going to go kind of diagonal. But what I really want to make sure of is that I get it to where he can sit. So there's a science behind this. Okay. Because he's sitting. All right, so I'm not going to move this shoe. Okay, so there's one shoe. And I'm going to pick it up and we're going to do the same thing. And make sure that they're even-ish. Okay, so I'm not going to move. Squirt the glue underneath. Then we have this back piece, okay? So this is what's going to help hold it, I think. Let me make sure that this is dry first before we attempt this. Okay, thank you. Yes, so this back piece, we're going to glue right here on the Scarecrow. And if I have said snowman tonight, y'all, please forgive me. We did something very similar last year, that they were snowman. And they were a set of 3. This is only a set. This is just 1. Okay? You better stay. Stay. You back away from the table. Wow! He's like this. Ah, this lady's crazy! Look how cute it is! Oh my gosh! Sitting Scarecrow. Y'all! How stinking cute is that? Go get you one. Oh my goodness. And if y'all don't like the crazy raffia like in his face, cut it. It's fine. Maybe he does need a little bit of a trim over here on this side, but you know, all the boys nowadays are wearing their hair all in their face, and I'm not quite sure why. So we will just cut his hair off. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Y'all, 16 bucks on Etsy. Go grab it. It's called Sitting Scarecrow. How fun. Y'all, be good. Be safe. Take care of y'all. Be yourself and don't apologize. Okay? Bye, friends.